Why Dior stayed with Johnny Depp after all the controversy with Amber Heard. As you're all aware, Johnny Depp has taken his ex-wife, Amber Heard, to court after she has made many serious allegations against him and even damaged his career. Many brands now refuse to work with Johnny Depp as a result of this, and he has had a tough time over the last few years. But during all this controversy, there was one brand that has stuck with Johnny Depp all these years and have even faced backlash from social media, and this brand is none other than Dior. This genius strategy from Dior has made them stick out from different companies, as many fans are now siding with Johnny Depp. Like and subscribe before we continue. So, how did this all start? On May 23rd, 2016, Amber Heard filed for divorce from Johnny Depp and also obtained a temporary restraining order against the Oscar-nominated actor. She said that Depp had physically abused her during their relationship and said it was usually while under the influence of drugs and alcohol. She claimed that Depp threw a phone at her and bruised her face. However, upon further investigation, police found that no crime had actually taken place. Johnny Depp said through his representatives that she was attempting to secure a premature financial resolution by alleging abuse. Heard testified under oath in a deposition. But after she withdrew her request for a domestic violence restraining order, a settlement was reached. She also revoked her $50,000 per month spousal support request. Heard received $7 million from the divorce but donated it to charity, according to People. Depp and Heard's divorce was finalised a year after Heard filed. Heard kept the dogs that were at the centre of the 2015 scandal in which the couple failed to declare the animals in Australia. Meanwhile, Depp retained sole possession of all properties, including his private island in the Bahamas, as well as his collection of classic cars and motorcycles. The Hollywood Reporter reported that a non-disparagement clause was inserted into the settlement that prevented either party from saying anything negative about the high-profile relationship and breakup. Heard wrote on the Washington Post, in which she spoke about the treatment of women in domestic abuse cases. In December 2018, Heard wrote on the Washington Post saying she was abused. In the Washington Post, Heard wrote, "I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out." Depp himself was never mentioned by name. In 2019, Depp sued Heard for $50 million for defamation. The suit said that Heard is not a victim of domestic abuse, she is a perpetrator, and denied that Depp ever abused her. Instead, the suit said that Amber's allegations were part of an elaborate hoax to generate positive publicity for the actress. Heard claimed that she still had scars on her arms and feet from an incident where Depp allegedly threw her through a ping pong table and dragged her through broken glass. In 2020, phone recordings were released in which Heard admitted to hitting Depp. You can hear the recordings on the next clip.
And that you punched me in the fucking thing, and you in the face, and you said, "No, fucking, no, I didn't. What the fuck are you talking about?" And I watched you lie, and then
I didn't punch you. By the way, I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you, babe. You're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, even a lot of fights been around a long time. I know. Yeah,
no, when you fucking have a closed fist.
You didn't get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you.
You can't.
I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are your toes?
What am I supposed to do? Do this?
How are your toes?
I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are.
Oh,
that's the difference between me and you. You're a fucking baby.
Because you start physical fights?
You're such a baby!
Because
Grow the fuck up,
Because you
Johnny.
start physical fights?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had to get the fuck out.
On July 7th, 2020, the 3-week trial began. The trial began in early July and lasted 3 weeks. Depp alleged that Heard defecated in his bed and punched him, which Heard denies. Depp also accused Heard of having extramarital affairs with James Franco and Elon Musk, which Heard also denies. Heard, meanwhile, accused Depp of physically abusing her and has also accused him of throwing a phone at her face, which she says left her bruised. Furthermore, Heard said that Depp threatened to kill her on several occasions. On November 2nd, the court ruled against Depp in the liberal trial. Johnny Depp has strongly disputed any allegations that he was abusive towards Heard, and his lawyer said in a statement released immediately after the ruling. His lawyer said, "Most troubling is the judge's reliance on the testimony of Amber Heard. and corresponding disregard of the mountain of counter-evidence from police officers, medical practitioners, her own former assistant, other unchallenged witnesses, and an array of documentary evidence which completely undermined the allegations point by point. All of this was overlooked. The judgment is so flawed that it would be ridiculous for Mr. Depp not to appeal this decision. In the meantime, we hope that in contrast to the case, the ongoing libel proceedings in America are equitable, with both parties providing full disclosure rather than one side strategically cherry-picking what evidence can and cannot be relied upon. Depp has also launched a $50 million case against Amber Heard in the US over a column she penned on the Washington Post about her experience as a victim of domestic violence. While Depp is not named in Heard's piece, his legal team insists that it is strongly inferred that the article is about him. 4 days later, on November 6th, Depp announced that he had been asked to resign from his role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts 3. Depp wrote on Instagram, "I wish to let you know that I've been asked to resign by Warner Brothers for my role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts, and I have respected and agreed to their request." He continued, "Finally, I wish to say this. The surreal judgment of the court in the UK will not change my fight to tell the truth, and I confirm that I plan to appeal. My resolve remains strong, and I intend to prove that the allegations against me are false." Depp added, "My life and career will not be defined by this moment." Even though he is not in the movie, Depp still received compensation for the role and was paid as he was contractually meant to get paid, even if he is recasted. Depp then tried to appeal the decision and was denied many times. During the evidence given at the application hearing, Depp's lawyers said that they had not received a fair trial and presented fresh evidence that alleged Amber Heard lied about donating her full $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Heard and Depp's $100 million libel suit begins on April 11th. As Insider previously reported, Depp filed the defamation suit against Heard in response to an op she wrote on the Washington Post that detailed her experience with domestic violence. Depp's name isn't mentioned, but the article was widely interpreted as being about him. On the stand on Wednesday, Depp said that Heard was the real abuser in their relationship, and the change in their relationship started with her making little digs and demeaning name-calling. Depp said he felt like he was suddenly wrong about everything and suffered an endless parade of insults. The actor added that sometimes these arguments would escalate to violence, with Heard, who he said has a need for violence, shoving him or throwing a glass of wine in his face. When these arguments would start, Depp said he would try to extricate himself from the situation, sometimes locking himself in the bathroom just to get away from Amber Heard. Depp also said his relationship with Heard, as well as what he described as her frequent verbal attacks, often contributed to his use of alcohol and drugs.
And get them out of there, especially the things that were precious to me, you know, children things from friends, Brando, Hunter, Thompson, whatever, things that were important to me. And he said, "I don't think now's a good time to go." And I thought, it's the perfect time. She's not going to be home for 2 days. And then he showed me a photograph on his telephone of...
Objection, Your Honor. Also, you're saying.
It's a photograph, Your Honor.
As being relayed to him by Mr. Bett.
He says he looked at it on his phone.
I'll overrule the objection as the photograph.
What was the photograph of, Mr. Depp?
It was a photograph of the bed, our bed, and on my side of the bed was human fecal matter.
During this trial, many fans who were against Depp before are joining his side, as you can see from social media. How many people are supporting him through this case? So, now we come back to Dior, who have supported Depp even when he lost the case back in 2020, and news pages were calling him a wife-beater. These same news reporters were outraged that he still had his $5 million deal with Dior at the time. With most fans now supporting Depp in the trial, Dior is also getting praise, which is in turn improves their public relationships and also increases their sales. This was a genius marketing move by Dior. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.